Yeah.
We're a little bit early on that one. About 3 weeks too early on that
You
one.
know, is New Year's Eve on a Thursday? No, it's on a Wednesday.
It's on a Wednesday. New Year's Day
Okay. It's on
is
a Thursday, yeah. Because that I would do. We would do the adult New Year's, and by that I mean we would record at a normal time and count down at the end of the show to 10:30 or 10 o'clock. And say, okay, all right, everybody, we're going to bed now. That's our New Year's. Catch you tomorrow.
oh man.
All right, I don't see the announcement on the chat, so I'm gonna go check the YouTubes because Devo's already in the. You see it? Mm-hmm. Okay, now the count just cut off. It's like, well, Devo's in the chat, but the viewer number was still 0, which I know I can't count. Oh, that's the other thing we need to work on: building our OBS framework, because I'd like to really transition to that in the new, very soon. I started working on it today, and then I realized, well, I can't. I need 2 videos to help frame it out, and I actually want your opinions on how to set it up. So, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, green.
This is Wise and Nerdy, where fatherhood meets fandom.
Oh, wow. We just had a whole lot of things pop into the comments. Oh, my goodness. Joe, are we working on our own brand of popcorn? Maybe. We can't talk about it yet. You never know. But it is time for that weekly wind down with your 2 favorite daddy-os, Joseph_Ard.
And Charles, the rock god of podcasting. Or, as some might know him, the rock gnome of podcasting.
Nah, that's not going to catch on. That's not going to catch on at all. But I did not expect you to bounce back. I expect you to say yup, and I was going to go on. So, hey, good on you, man. 10 years, you're finally starting to catch on to how to be a professional creator. That's awesome. So,
the rock god of popcorn.
Hey, for the right popcorn. For the right popcorn.
Oh, man.
Do a little warm-up before we get to that question of the week, so I don't even know what the question is. You had a decent week this week?
Yeah, it's been all right.
Cool. This is the most smiling I've seen out of you all week. And oddly enough, I've seen you more this week than most. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, the last time you and I were in a call together, I was multitasking, so.
That is fair. I'm always multitasking. Right now, I'm sleeping in 3 parts of my brain. So, what is that question, that sweet, buttery, movie-level question of the week?
Oh, no. The popcorn one was like a month and a half ago. This one, the question of the week.
It was 3 weeks ago. Jeezy.
Wow, what a jerk.
I forgot to read our new intro again. Dang it, I'm the jerk.
What happens when Toys R Us kids grow up and become parents? They become co-hosts of the show where geeky fathers unite to share the joys, challenges, and hilarity of navigating parenthood. Because being a grown-up doesn't mean you stop being a fan. It just means your sidekicks call you dad.
I semi-regret playing you my theme song tonight to let you know what kind of show it's going to be, because now you have owned that theme song and taken the show there early.
You're welcome.
All right. So the question of the week is what fictional podcast character, or I'm sorry, what fictional character would make the best podcast guest and why? Joe?
I mean, Space Ghost. Obviously.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's got to be Space Ghost.
That's a little bit of it. Well, okay, for a certain age group, that's a little bit of an easy one.
Yes, it is.
All right, fine. Rick Sanchez, Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Because he's got so much knowledge, so much experience, and he is sarcastic, and he does not care. He will say the thing that we're thinking.
Now, which variety? Regular or pickle?
Pickle Rick! Actually, no. Not for the podcast guest. Pickle Rick was cool, but he was humbled in that episode until he came back. And once he figured out how to come back, he was egotistical again. I need egotistical Rick.
Okay. All right. I mean, there's a whole multiverse of Ricks to choose from, so there's a plenty.
But you are my only Morty.
Well, thank you. And we do have an answer from Bob, from my middle child.
Where's Jebby? Where's Malachi?
Jeb will pop up briefly in another speak pipe later tonight.
I hope so.
Hi, I'm Bob, and I'm answering the question of the week. Which fictional character would be the best podcast buddy? I would choose Makota from Campfire Cooking in Another World with my absurd skill. I would choose him because if you had a cooking podcast, he would be very good because a lot of people would watch it because he would make a lot of yummy dishes.
What if it's not?
He's very good. Brought to you by Bob.
All right. Number one, we got Bob, buddy. I need you to come stay with me for about a month, and then we got you ready. Because right now you're not on the podcaster angle, you're on the politician angle. Hi, my name is Bob, and I'm here to answer the question of the week. Man, you had the fire. You have the fire. It scared me a little bit. I thought for 1 second we were back into the Democratic National Convention or something. I don't know. But cool. RBOP.
The Rock Bob of podcasting. Oh, man.
But Joe, man, we got to steer him right. He's a little too close to that, heading towards politics, and he needs to be a better than that and be a podcaster.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, there's I'm sure that cooking podcasts exist. I'm sure they're out there.
Oh yeah,
but
there's tons of them.
Oh no, like I've seen like cooking blogs and stuff, which I guess is a podcast-esque, but
no, it is not. It is a blog. That is by definition a written word, paragraph by paragraph thing you read.
A vlog. There, is that
no? If it is, unless it's a video, are you saying you've seen videos of people cooking, Joe?
Yeah.
Can you subscribe to it by RSS feed?
Probably.
Then it's a podcast. Let's move on.
Oh man, but no, that I like that anime, and it's definitely one you don't want to watch on an empty stomach because it will make you hungry.
They're cooking like fictional demons and blurp blops and stuff. How does that make you hungry?
It looks tasty.
do you not play Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on an empty stomach because it also looks tasty?
Exactly.
When you cook that beetle, that blue horn beetle, right, with the apples, and there you go. You're going to make that tomorrow night.
Okay.
Hey, don't tell Kelsey, but I think you could go and look up and see if that anime has a real cookbook based off of it. Maybe buy it for her for Christmas.
Yeah, maybe I could check it.
But don't worry about it, listeners. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. All right. So, do we have any other? Did anybody else answer the question of the week for fictional guests?
Nope, not yet.
All right. You know who the best real world guest for every show is? That's
me.
Right. Yeah, you. Yeah.
All right.
You're gonna make me say some bad things, sir.
Which one do you want? The 1 or the 6?
Let's just rip the Band-Aid.
Ripping the Band-Aid.
Me, by the way, I'm a perfect guest.
Allegedly. And
I'm great on one-shot D&Ds. Let me tell you, I bring the chaos.
All right. We have 3 speak pipes with bad dad jokes. We've got 2 from Bob, sort of, and 1 from Devo. What do you want first?
Break them up. Do Bob, Devo, Bob.
Bob, Devo, Bob. All right. Start with Bob.
I'm Bob, and I'm going to share 2 of my bad jokes. Why did the knife put on a bow tie? Because it wanted to look sharp. At a dinner,
Contempt of court.
Dad spilled some peas on the table. He said, "Uh-oh, I peed all over the table." Brought to you by Bob.
Bob. You really need to come stay with old drunk Uncle Charles for a month, and then we're gonna up your game.
Yeah, then he can make 7-Up jokes.
But by the way, what is this crap, Joe? What is this that you're allowing your kids to overstep, to be expected of privilege, if you will, to do 2 in one call? 2. That no.
Just for you.
No. The entitlement on that kid is driving me crazy.
I've got to quote a timeless Christmas movie, given the time of year it is. He got 2. We quote that a lot. You might not know what it's from, but those that know, they know.
The Passion of the Christ?
No, Jingle All the Way, you jerk.
I haven't seen that in forever.
Oh, it's a good one. We watch it nearly every year. All right, let's here's Devo's.
My wife is unhappy and says she needs more space. So I got her a 4 terabyte drive.
That's so nerdy. That is so.
I like it.
Look, I'm just saying, this is public record. It can be used in a court of law to establish patterns of behavior, John.
Oh, man. All right. And then the last one featuring Bob and Jeb. All right. Bob and Jebby here. I'm going to tell you some bad dad jokes.
Yeah.
What do elves learn in school?
How to elf around.
The alphabet. What do you get if you eat Christmas decorations?
Ornament slices in your gut.
Hopefully not. Tonsillitis. What did the
pause.
Or why did the gingerbread man go to the doctor? There's no pause on this.
He didn't want to get eaten.
He was feeling crummy.
Why
was the snowman looking through a carrot box?
Because he wanted
needs...
a nose?
Yeah.
Because Nosebuddy gave him a nose.
He was picking his nose.
Okay. All right. I 1,000% love the patronizing laugh for the first 2 jokes. It's like, ha 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 ha. And then the second was like, ha 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 ha. I was like, oh, the sarcasm in that laugh was so good. So good. I need to cut that and put it on a button. Anytime you tell your dumb dad jokes, I'll just get the ha 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 ha.
And yes, Devo, that was Kelsey.
Yeah, and the last one, the last joke? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she left it at a couple of them.
All right, so I actually remembered today to look at the recordings I did with my kid weeks ago, right?
Oh.
They came out worse than I anticipated. It was we're just trying something in the car, and it's just unusable. So I did decide to tell this joke on behalf of Rilings. I asked him, hey, what bad dad joke do you have, and this and that and the other. So here's his joke. It is so stupid. It doesn't even work. But, Joe, I bet you're going to freaking laugh at this stupid thing. What kind of school do pigs go to?
It goes to a cooking school?
Hogwarts.
Oh.
Yeah. See, you still laughed. See, it was so stupid. It didn't work. You had to go, but your first reaction was the real one. Oh, I don't understand why you still laugh at that.
It was your face when I said, oh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah. That was kind of my reaction on the recording. So I'm learning how to do better recordings on the go, and I'll be trapping small kids in white vans soon enough.
Wow.
All right.
You should have brought your little lapel mics, and that would have taken care of it. That
absolutely would have taken care of it. Yeah. So roll them dice.
All right, we got 4 or 5. What do you want?
6, 7.
6, 7. But 4 or 5.
You surprise me. Chef's choice.
All right.
Parliament of
Not that
Papas.
I tell great jokes, just not on this show because they're not allowed. Jokes that are funny are not allowed on this show. All right. Oh, okay, Joe. This one I looked up from our list. I keep hearing my phone go off, and it's nothing there. It's crazy. When is it okay to say no? I don't know why we put it in quotey fingers, but quotey fingers no to helping a friend or colleague just because. Originally, it might have come from Reddit, but originally it was because you're burned out. I was like, well, I kind of like just because, but either way you want to answer it. But that's the parliament. We need to decide for the world when it's okay just to go, nah.
Depends on how much of a friend they are, to be honest. Because if they're merely an acquaintance, you don't really need any reason. But in general, if they're really a friend, like, because it says friend or colleague, if they're really a friend, if they're a close friend, and it's not an unreasonable ask, it's gonna take some serious consideration to say no. And just because I probably would not say no.
Even if you really didn't want to do it. Helping somebody move all day on a day that is your one day off in the week.
I've done that. But
I have too. But I'm just saying, you still wouldn't say no. If I was like, hey, Joe, I need you to drive down 3 hours and help me move my family across town this weekend.
I'm sorry, Mr. Colleague. I don't think
So, okay. I am aware. So, all right. But, okay, let's go to that.
But seriously, I could drive down. Assuming I didn't already have something that I really couldn't get out of, I could come down and help.
Interesting. Ask me.
So you gonna come up and bring me a Slurpee?
No,
wow,
bud.
What a jerk!
No, hey, I'll send you some money. I'll give you $50 to help you rent some guys or something. But I hate moving.
Charles didn't even hear the question because I pivoted.
Did you pivot? What was the rest of it?
I said, Charles, why don't you come up here and bring me a Slurpee? But you were
still no. I'm still too tired. If I come up there, I'm not gonna drive the extra 5 feet to your house. It's too much. But yeah. So okay, colleagues. Both of us are similar people, and I think that's the audience we're going to attract is helpful people. Want to help, and I'll get more into my part of the moving thing in a minute. But when you're at work, and you would have this a little bit more than I do currently because I'm freelance versus you working with teams and whatnot. When do you look at a colleague after you've helped them for a while and just go, nah, that's going to be a you problem, buddy?
Yeah, a lot of them, I'd help them, but if it was going to be like super detrimental, like cut into family time too much and something like that, then I wouldn't have any problem saying no, to be honest. But if they really, really needed the help, if there was no one else that could step up and help them, I'd see what I could do.
I want to say something that is shocking to the audience. I have some control issues. I know.
What?
I know.
No.
I know. Don't cancel me, bro. All right. I have done too much for me. This is my personal stance, right? I'm not judging you. I'm actually just giving the side of it that if you're where I am in life, it's okay. But I've said yes to too many things because I had that mindset that you have. Well, I've got nothing else to do. It's different, right? Like Phil, there's certain people in the world, like, something happens there, right? You're there. Your family maybe, or, I would not say that if either one of us had an issue where a family member went to the hospital, the other would rush to that city. We would be concerned. We would be texting. We'd be talking to each other, but wouldn't be, if I don't want to say anything bad about anybody, but something bad happened, I would ask you, like, if it was like inside of that household you're in now, I'd be like, hey man, do you need me to come up? What you need? But then there's certain people, because I know the relationship is like Hugh. He's really tight with his mom. And I've been up to Rhode Island once, and I told Aaron, it's like, there will be a second trip, and that's when his mother dies, because he will never ask for it, but he will need my help, and we'll go up and help him. That notwithstanding, let's swing back into the coworker thing. Well, it's all kind of together. It's I have said yes because I couldn't find a reason to say no too many times in my life, and this is where the control factor comes in. So I show up. I don't want to be there. I didn't want to be in the first place, but you're an okay person, and I don't have a reason not to, so I guess I should. And the control factor comes in because it's always mismanaged when they're moving. It's a lot of times it's mismanaged in a lot of ways, because DragonCon Digital Media Track, that's very much a control factor for me. I put my hand, you've seen how it works. And that's how I want my entire life to flow. I put ideas into it. I plan out the paths. Let's see all the parts we need. And now when we're going to execute on Saturday morning, the U-Haul truck will have been there Friday night waiting to go for everybody to show up. We've gotten up, started loading before people start showing up. We told them to show up between 9 and 10, blah, blah. We will plan for lunch so that nobody has to worry about eating or any of that stuff. We will have a generic timetable. Stuff will already be packed. We're not going, oh, yeah, by the way, we still have whole rooms with pictures on the wall and stuff.
Yeah,
none of that, right?
I've shown up because our church, we often help people move when they're trying to move and stuff.
Sure.
And so I've shown up to moves, and they don't have anything in boxes. We're like, yeah, no, we'll be back when you've got stuff in boxes. Let us know. And we're like, we're not here to pack up your house. We're not a moving service. We'll help you move boxes to a truck, but yeah, we're not packing up your house.
And that's why the no armed guys stopped going to your church. Wow. Come on, think of it. It's no arms. It's funny. It's fun. Come on, Joe. Give me the Bob laugh. Ha ha ha. All right. But where I am in life now is I've flipped that. If I don't have a reason to say yes, I'm going to say no. And that's not because of the people. That's because of how I've pushed myself into places I didn't need to be. Because if I really want to help you, I don't give a crap if you're ready or not, right? I'm going to show up, and I'm going to do what I do and poke at you like, hey, bud, you didn't think to take the stuff off the wall first? Cool. Awesome. I'll help you with that, but guess what? That truck ain't going to be back at 7 p.m. tonight. There's no way, man. And then I go into solutions, right? I'd help. But for the most part now, because growing up in the church where it was expected of me, it wasn't a volunteer. I would imagine, Joe, I'd hope, and it's your decision. I don't really care. But in your situation, they'd go, hey, so-and-so down our congregation member needs some help moving. We'd like 5 or 6 people to volunteer. And you go, you know what? I'll go volunteer, right? My growing up in the church, because I was the preacher's kid, was do it. I had to show up and work everything, no matter what. So that's a little bit of a trauma I need to deal with.
Yeah, or when people are going through something in their life, like someone's sick or something, they'll be like, hey, we want 3 or 4 people to sign up to bring meals to them for the next few days, or stuff like that. The meal trains.
Oh, that's the easiest thing for me because I don't have to do it. My wife loves it. So like, hey, I signed you up for 4 houses. She's like, oh yeah, let's go.
Oh man, I think it was our middle child when he was born. They did a meal train for us, and
I wish they wouldn't call it that.
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay.
I don't know why. It just feels weird to me to hear meal train.
Okay, so they did either 4 or 5 nights, and I swear all but one of them was some variation of a chicken and rice casserole. We were like,
oh, I was going to guess spaghetti lasagna. Okay.
Nope. Yeah. Some variation of chicken and rice. My wife put in the chat, so much chicken and rice.
Yeah, and Devo nailed it. Charles will pull up a chair, pour a drink, and wait for him to pack. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So again, control issues, right? I feel like I can produce things better. I would add a layer if I had the authority to guide this ideal program. Hey, we're going to sign up for different styles of dinner, right? Tell us what you want, because I'll give everybody there the benefit of the doubt. but nobody probably talked to each other to see what they were cooking, and it's an easy dish to make, and people do like one of those typically, and everybody. The reason I said lasagna or spaghetti because that's in my section of the South. That's what it always is. They will show up some version of spaghetti because it's cheaper, it's easy, it feeds a lot of people, so it goes for
some kind of a casserole or a pasta dish is pretty common when you're bringing food to people.
Yeah. So you know what I do when people need food?
What?
Suck it up, Buttercup. No, I will go order. Aaron,
it's time for you to go on a diet.
Yeah, I'm just looking out for you. How about I show up? We do a run, sir. Never mind. I was about to make a very bad joke, but no, seriously. My wife and I, we go to Honey Baked Ham, and we will if we know they're. We have to know, are you vegan or not, right? Because if you're vegan, we'll figure something else out. We don't just do that, but when we know that you eat just about anything, we'll do a meal from Honey Baked Ham
for food allergies and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because we know, just like you, Joe, we've been through some. It's the kindest, nicest things of people's hearts, and kindness paved the road to hell. I do believe. No, something. They mean well. Good intentions. I got there, Joe. Thanks for no help at all.
You're welcome.
The good intentions. Anyway, so Honey Baked Ham, the sides, rolls, dessert. We try to make sure it's something, and of course that will last for, at least the ham will last for a couple of days if they want it, and you can do different things with it. So we just try to be different. All right. Here's one I struggle with though is when I've been helping a coworker or a friend, but it's more prevalent in co-working. Like, Joe, you came to me, hey, okay, bad example, but an example because you learned it like that. That's why it's a bad example. There's a thing here on the Talk Studio that we use called guest host. Guest host. It's a team, and you get a guest host spot, right? And it's brand new to us, so I invited Joe. He had to figure out. For me, if you had to figure out this week, okay, I'll send you the link. Let's look it up. Cool. We did that. Then next week, hey, send me a link. I'll send you the link. Then the third week, hey, send me the link. I do have a hard time of going because you do a lot of work for the show. You mean well. You are trying hard, but you're just not doing this one little thing. I have a hard time going, all right. See, even now I'm getting mad. It's not a mad thing. I don't know how not to be mad. But it's like, hey, how about you becoming a grown-up for 3 seconds and learn how to do this one little thing so I'm not doing it for you? And that's again, a bad example because Joe, we did not go through that together. Joe learned it very fast, and I didn't have to help him because he's a smart dude. So how do you deal with that, Joe? Do you have that issue of not knowing how to go nicely? Yeah, we're good.
How about I show you how to do it? How about I teach you? I mean, I run into that all the time at work sometimes where people reach out to me and I'm like, we've been over this. You should know how to do this, but I'm sitting there thinking it. I'm like, all right, let me send you my notes on it and let's see if you can figure it out on your own, or something like that. Because on my current team, we take a lot of notes simply because we have to, because we have so many different things going on simultaneously. My previous team, we would only juggle maybe 2 or 3 things at a time. But on my current team, we've constantly got each person constantly has like 6 balls up in the air at a time. And so, sending notes to people, that's one of the easiest ways to be like, you should know this, figure it out based on the notes type of thing. And I've definitely done that, especially with I've got one coworker who openly admitted when he was in a call, but he wasn't responding. He openly admitted an hour later that he was taking a nap. I have a lot less patience with
that. So that does make it easier when they do something egregious, like they show you they really don't care.
Yep. And so for him, it's definitely I'm just going to toss notes to you type of thing. Whereas with someone else who is more earnest, I'm more likely to go out of my way to help them in a more authentic manner than that. And so it's one of those, the energy you put out is the energy you can expect to come back to you.
But even so that same, okay, I match energies, but still there's a point in time that you still need to say, because I feel like if we don't say, hey, let me help you figure it out, here's some instructions, here's something, I still put in the extra work to stop the work, I'm just enabling the weakness, if you will, the bad behavior, the not learning it for yourself. You
just need a lot of per my last email comments.
Well, Joe, per my last, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I that one, because I'm not quite in that world. That is harder for me. And then your friends too and stuff. It's oddly enough with Phil, I can practice it pretty well. Teaching her to fish. That's PHISH for the podcast. That's funny.
My company, this is a bit of a tangent. My company does simulated fishing on the employees. And
yeah. The test security. Yeah. Gotcha.
And my team lead got one today that was supposedly from our manager. This is the slide deck from our meeting yesterday. And he took a screenshot of it and sent it in the big group, because we did have a big meeting yesterday with everybody, and everyone was just cracking jokes left and right. But I had a coworker who, she's retired now. She doesn't work at the company anymore, but she got caught by those phishing emails all the time, the simulated ones. And so she had to attend a class that was for people who got caught all the time. And then
that's different than getting caught. So you usually have to attend a class after getting caught the first time as a refresher. There's a different one for people who get caught all the time.
So if you got caught like more than twice or something, they made you attend it.
Oh,
so she had to attend it. After she attended it, she still got caught a bunch and had to attend it again.
No, you fire her. You fire her. She is telling you who she is.
Yeah. Well, and this I know this is a huge tangent. This coworker, my wife just called her the conspiracy theorist, because I don't know what she did all day, to be honest. But if you walked over to her to try to work, she would somehow transition to talking about conspiracy theories, and you would get maybe 10 minutes of work done in like 45 minutes of standing at her desk. But man, and she had this attitude of, I'm better than everyone here because I have my master's degree, and most of us had bachelors, and we're all sitting there thinking, yeah, but your master's degree is in library science and we're programmers. Your master's degree has nothing to do with our field. So anyway, she was just a character, an interesting one to work with, but she's retired and gone now.
I don't know what your version of this would be, Joe, but if she says something about, I have a master's degree, you go, for me, it'd be like, yeah, I got a sexy beard. And she'd be like, what? Oh, I thought we were talking about stuff that didn't really matter, but, sure.
Oh, man. But yeah, she was a character.
Sounds like it. So we didn't quite come to a verdict on how to handle this. So we're going to have to reapproach it maybe later on another show in the how to. We have a guest on. Maybe they can guide us through it. I'm
going to go ahead and say it's always okay to say no.
Oh, yeah. No, that's absolutely. Dang it. I'm dropping everything, Joe.
Do you have a ball next to you? Because you're dropping it.
I told you I was going to forget everything. And that absolutely, where you landed, that is the verdict. You're right. You owe nobody anything unless they helped you in the same manner. So if I went to Joe and said, hey, can you help me move? And he does. And then he comes to me and goes, hey, can you help me move? I go, no, I hate moving.
I helped you. You get your butt.
It's a clear karma thing, right? It's very much I see how you are. And now because you're a taker at that point. Don't be a taker. Be in the flow. yeah. Other than that, I mean, I'm dead serious. I haven't even moved the last few times in my own house. Yeah, I told my wife I'll pay for somebody, and her brother got some minions to help move stuff because I wasn't doing it. But that's neither here nor there. If people, you give, and to Joe's point, to your point, sir, and we're still standing on, it's okay to say no for any reason, just because. You don't have to have a reason. But to your point of helping because you don't have anything else better to do, that's good karma. That is good energy. And I imagine if you needed the rest, if you just needed a day off, hopefully you would take care of yourself depending on the situation and the social contract that you have with that person. Right.
And I'm also going to have another ruling that if you're moving and you have people come and join you and you do not provide some food and drink, you are the butt face.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Oh, man. Should we roll some dice?
Roll some dice.
All right. 2 or 3. Have we done? I don't think we've done either of those. Which one do you want?
Let's go with your middle kid and say 2.
Okay.
Tell Mojo Jojo a story.
I got this one for you because I figured there's some other stuff I'm going to go kind of at length on. So this is your story, Joe. Tell me about the time you had to move in with your in-laws after college.
Yeah. So we were planning on moving here to Tennessee. And Tennessee. Yeah, from Idaho.
You are though.
Wow. So I was
every time, Joe. Every time.
I was the hoe, and then I was the only 10 you see. What?
that is up there with Bob's freaking hot tamale crap, dude.
Oh man. So I'm gonna be graduating on Friday. I don't have a job lined up. This is the Monday before, and I get a phone call from my current employer. And I was in the process of interviewing with them for a second job. I had interviewed with them on a different position, and they had turned me down. And so they called me, and they're like, "Hey, you remember that job that you interviewed for?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, "Do you want it? Because the guy didn't show up." I'm like, Yes, I do." And so I ended up taking it, and it was super fortuitous because they paid for my relocation. So I immediately went to U-Haul, said, "Hey, I don't need that anymore. Cancel that, please." And so they paid for that. They paid for flights out there. They paid to ship our car. They paid for a company to come and the company came and packed us up.
Yeah.
And
was
everything.
It Mayflower?
No, I can't remember what company, but I don't think it was Mayflower. But yeah, so they paid for all of that. In addition, they gave us because we were moving over a certain amount of distance, they gave us a $5,000 temporary living stipend.
Nice.
But we moved in with my in-laws, and I was very fortunate in the fact that my wife didn't need to take any student loans out for her college, and I only took out student loans my first year, and it was less than $4,000. And so we took that temporary living stipend and paid off my student loans. So within a couple of weeks of being graduated, student loans were fully paid off, which nowadays is like, holy cow, that's amazing. You have set yourself up for a great start. Yeah. We moved in with my in-laws, and this is the second time that I've lived with my in-laws. We lived with them for a couple of months shortly after we got married. And I honestly can't remember if it was the first time we lived with them or the second time. I want to say it was the second time this time, but their internet was through, I think, AT&T, and it was three up and down, 3 megabytes up and down. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, this is not going to work for me. So I started researching. That's when I found my current internet provider that you're very jealous of, that everyone's very jealous of.
Yep.
And And so I'm like, ooh, all right. The people across the street from us had it. The next door neighbors had this internet provider. But when I called, they're like, oh, we don't provide internet to your area. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? You don't provide
You don't
internet.
care your butt face.
Exactly. And I'm like, can you check the address right next door? And then they punched it in the system. Oh, we do provide it there. I'm like, okay, now punch it. And I gave them the address across the street. Punch in this one. And they're like, oh, huh. But we don't. But what do we put in yours? We don't provide it. I'm like, let me talk to someone a little higher up, because you're just someone punching in addresses.
Let me talk to somebody who closes their mouths when they breathe.
And so it took elevating it to a supervisor or manager, whatever their title is, and they're like, oh yeah, no, we provide it to this area, it's just not in the system for some reason. And so we ended up getting that internet, and at the time it was 100 up and 100 down, so they were jumping from 3 to 100, and we're like, very nice. And so, but even then, initially, before they got it, my in-laws were like, why do you need this? I'm like, I stream, I game. I'm like, what do you mean? Why do I need? How are you guys living without it?
By the way, what does need have anything to do with it?
Right?
I can, therefore I shall.
Well, and I think it was only like a difference of $10 a month between what they were paying versus.
Shush it, Margaret. Shush it. We're doing the internet, okay? You'll
Right?
thank me later.
And they, regardless of the initial pushback, they have been very grateful and very happy with it. But they had like, I think they had their landline and their internet and their cable all bundled together through AT&T or something at the time, and so it's like, yeah. But very good. And yeah, there was some push back and forth and things like that with my in-laws, like there is when you're living with someone for the first time, some growing pains there. Like at one point I was like, I want to get my computer out of storage, because I'd been just dealing with just my laptop, and I was like, I want my desktop out of storage. So they're like, why? I'm like, except I want to play League of Legends. Can't you do it on your laptop? I'm like, I can, but it's not as good of an experience on a laptop. And so just different things that they didn't know me well enough to understand. So there was a lot of growing pains there. But ultimately it all sorted itself out. And yeah, ultimately we're in Tennessee now. It's all good.
Tell me though, after any period of time, short or long, doesn't matter, that the in-laws were like, this internet really is good.
Oh,
we
yeah.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they very much were very happy with it. Yeah. Within like the first month or two, they were very happy with it.
My wife was the same I was always going, it's just not, what do you need it? And yeah, then she went to the college that she was going to do some project, and the internet was doing its thing because it had college level university internet, and she came home to our 6 down 3 up or whatever it was megabytes, not gigs, kids, megabytes. And she's like, oh my god, I was like, I'm telling you. And then sure enough, within like a week, she's like, oh, this really is nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, and especially because we had Netflix, and I don't think they had any streaming services at the time. And so they were using our Netflix, and we had them try it before we converted it over. Uh-huh. And so they would have to pause it, let it buffer for a little bit, and then hit play, days, yeah. Then pause it, let it buffer a little bit, and then hit play. And then when they got the new internet, they're like, ooh, we don't have to pause it. We just watch it how it's meant to be watched. And yeah. So and now they've got digital everything.
What the megabytes just happened. Look, kids, listen. Back in the day, you would have to start a video on Netflix And it'd behoove you to do it about 10 minutes before you wanted to watch it. You start it, you pause it, and you go, get your drinks, your sodas, get your chips ready, your snacks, whatever. Your wife, because it's always the wife, right? Goes use the bathroom one more time, and then you sit down. Like, everybody's ready, cool. Then you would hit play because that gave it enough time to buffer on the slow internet, so you would not have any interruption. Hopefully,
hopefully, hopefully you don't catch up to where you had buffered it out.
That reminds me of the time that I moved in with your in-laws, man, and George and Deborah. They were not a rock god kind of family, so I moved out very quickly. They thanked me for it.
Yep. Yeah, that would be interesting to see you.
Oh, I bet your father-in-law Jebediah said the first, but he spells it with a G, and you spelled yours with a J. It's cool. Don't worry about it. I bet he would roll some dice.
Okay. All right, 1 or 2. Wait, we just did 2.
Did we?
Yep.
Yeah,
what are you nerding about?
I'll always miss that kid. He doesn't exist anymore.
What you nerding about?
Yeah. Then side note, you got attention. I'll take a little tangent and I'll keep it short. I am not afraid to say as a dad that I'm not as bad as my wife. I don't know if it's a guy, girl thing. It doesn't matter. But she will really miss. I really miss the way the kids pronounce Paschetti or something like that. I don't necessarily get emotional miss it, but I acknowledge it was a really cool time in life when they had these little, what you nerding about moments, you know, that they would do.
Right now it's with Jeb, it's eggnog. I want some eggnog.
Yeah. Does he want to go to not Walmart's. There was one that was always, people always put an and in the middle, but it wasn't an and. I can't think of it now. No. Yeah. What are you nerding out about, Joe?
I've got an anime, Pass the Monster Meat Milady.
Oh my Lord. Are you sure? Are you sure you downloaded the right anime?
Just remember, this is a
Joe,
family-friendly podcast.
Joe, are you sure it didn't start with an H and you accidentally went to the wrong section of Blockbuster?
I did not.
Okay, read the title again.
Pass the Monster Meat Milady.
This, as so many places I could go, this has to be like a spinoff of Cooking and Dungeon.
Well, before you go there, real quick, you can think on it just a little bit more. Bob wanted to weigh in on Guess That Anime.
Okay, love it. Let's hear it.
All right, Bob. So this week on Wise and Nerdy, I'm going to be nerding out about an anime called Pass the Monster Meat Milady. What do you think this anime is about?
So I think it's about this guy and a girl, and he is feeding lots of yummy foods to the girl. That's why it's Past the Monster Meat Milady. And I don't know.
All right.
How compelling. What a wonderful, wonderful summary of Past the Monster Meat Milady.
Another guest, Tyra Burton says, is this the Hissing and Kissing podcast?
Nope. No, it is not. That is not a family-friendly podcast.
Devo says Delicious in Dungeon.
Delicious in Dungeon is a good one.
So
what's your guess? What's it about?
No, that's it. It's a spinoff. It's
just a spinoff?
Yeah, it's just a knockoff or a spinoff of Cooking and Dungeon.
Okay. I mean, that's not far off. If you take Delicious in Dungeon and you put a lot more romance into it, it's fairly similar. Not like that. It's clean romance. So the main character, she has the nickname the Voracious Villainess. It is taboo in this world to eat monster meat, mostly because if you eat monsters, most of the time you get sick. because your body cannot process the magical energy that's inside of monsters natively. So her mom, and then she has continued the process, developed a way to extract the magic essence from the monsters before preparing the food.
That's so easy. You just boil the hell out of it.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with Tyra. So far, you're not convincing us that this is a Joe Ard approved anime.
And so she goes to this event where it's a whole bunch of nobles meeting in the first episode, and she's used to being shunned at these. But her goal, well, her dad's goal for her is she needs to find someone to marry because she's getting on in age, and he needs her to get married and settle down and whatnot. And so she goes, and she doesn't expect to find anybody. A monster attacks the party, and the what do they call him? The Blood Rage Duke or something like that. The Bloody Duke. He saves her and chops the monster's head off. And they love at first sight. And she feeds him some monster meat jerky, and he's like, "This is delicious." And so their plan is he will kill the monsters and she will prepare them, and then they will eat them. And then they get betrothed and they live happily ever after. It's not over yet, actually. But
what made you, in all the anime that you can watch, I'm actually asking, what made you go, I'm going to try that one?
I saw a clip on Facebook of him decapitating the monster in the middle of the party, and I was like, all right, the animation's all right, it might be all right, I'll give it a try. Right. And I watched the first episode. I'm like, okay, this isn't quite what I thought it would be, but it's cute. And so I've just continued watching it.
Gotcha. That's how I find the ones that make my list nowadays, is seeing clips and going, that looks really cool. And every once in a while, one will come along like, I want to watch that right now. Like the Licorice Recoil was the last one. I was like, as soon as I saw it on TikTok, I went and found it on Crunchyroll, and the next day I started binging it.
See, I still haven't watched that yet. I should give it a try.
I actually think you'd like it, but also, I don't care if you watch it, because I only have 2 animes that I saw not just before you, but you haven't watched them, and one you never will watch, which is Hell's Paradise.
Hell's Paradise, which I think is getting a season 2, actually.
It said it was, but it's in one of those backlogged studios, I guess, because I haven't seen any announcements yet.
Maybe. I felt like it was getting one like soonish, like within the next. Yeah, no.
Well, it's been over a year.
Episode
been like 2 years since.
Episode 1 of Hell's Paradise season 2 is coming out in 30 days.
Okay, cool. But when was episode 1 of season 1? Or do you have to look that up? You might look.
I'd have to.
I don't know. It just feels like it's been long, because very shortly after it hit Netflix, they had the new season coming banner on it, and that's why I was like, well, it's taking a while. If it's taking a year, that's not really a while. It's just when you throw that new season coming banner on there.
Yeah.
All right, now I get you.
What are you nerding out about?
Honestly,
I'm sorry. What are you nerding out about?
See, this is why we appreciate it when they're young, but they do have to grow up, because nobody wants that on a regular basis. Do it again, Joe.
No, about.
Yeah, the paramedic, everything in me is going, I'm sorry, are you having a stroke? Did you fall down and hit your head, sir? Do you have some brain damage?
What's that smell? Burnt toast? What?
No, it's burnt popcorn in your house. So, all right. I am not nerding out about.
You're not nerding. Okay.
So it's something about why I'm going to forget things tonight, this and that and the other. It's just try, because our show is not just about escapism, right? It is about connection, and it is about helping each other be awesome. And so I wanted to be honest about some of this path of I am very tired all the time. and I am very drained. And I found myself recently just hitting a spot where I was like, I've got nothing left. I am empty. I can't get recharged. Nothing's making me happy. So tomorrow I will actually be starting therapy and talking to somebody, because it was really this week. A couple of things happened this week. One of them was I was thinking about, what am I going to be nerding out about? Because, and there's some, we watched the new episode, or for us, the new Matlock with, okay, I told you, I'll try to tell you, but the lady Matlock, that NBC did a few years ago. It's been out for a little while. For the first time, we tried it last night. It's enjoyable. But the reality is, they were telling jokes that normally I'd be laughing really hard at. And it's just like, huh, okay. And so it just, sometimes we have to face life, and we have to face where we are. And so obviously tonight, telling stories and having fun is not going into super bad areas, but it was at a point, and even the topic of when I was talking about how I have a hard time saying something to somebody about, because I've been helping them or whatever, some of that has built up in different areas of my life. So I'm going to talk to somebody about it and figure out how to communicate better and deal with some things and let go of some other things that have happened, like a cat showing up in my house. That's, we laugh, but that's a real one.
Charles wants to live out the anime, pass the monster meat, my lady.
No, Tyra's here. I did not put him up to that, Tyra. I do kind of make those jokes to her, but that was not me. Yes, Kathy Bates. Thank you, Tyra. Kathy Bates.
But it's still, even though you make those jokes, Tyra is still proud of you, Charles.
Yep, we control the timeline on this channel for sure. So
we can take everything you type out of context.
But yeah, I will. I don't know how much I'll share online. It's not going to be a fit guy day one or anything like that. But I've appreciated how honest Casey has been with some of his issues in life, and how honest Full Run Through has been, and Devo has been. So I want to build more of that. So I'm just that was my moment of, it's not been a bad week even. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Especially this time of year. I'm very happy that people seeking help for any kind of mental issues like that, is the stigma is going away. It's still there to a certain degree, but it's people are a lot more accepting of it, which has helped a lot of people get help and not to avoid societal stigma.
For clarity, unless I'm working retail, which I haven't done in forever, the time of the year doesn't get to me. And interestingly enough, I've only dealt with positive people in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, I've been driving more Lyft, so I'm getting more. And every answer when I start with how's it going, or something like that, like most of the time everybody's going, can't complain, and then they talk about something. And sometimes my response to people is, well, you can complain, but you're not, and that's cool, or something like that. So I haven't even. It's not like I've been in bad traffic and people are ugly or any kind of ugly energies like that. And seasonal depression is a thing for people, so I wanted to differentiate. I'm not here necessarily to help you with that part of it, but
yeah,
just the dad part, the guy part, because for me that's some of what I'm dealing with. So, but yeah, and your face, Joe. I gotta talk to somebody about it. But
about my face.
Yeah.
About how lovely it is. How if I was around in Renaissance times, that Michael would have carved me instead of David.
Nobody remembers David's face. Nobody. That statue could fall over and it could knock the head off, and as long as that's all that got knocked off, they'd still love the statue, bud. It's not the face. But also, I need to see you getting like a Wyatt Earp firefighter mustache come 2026, man. Come on. Just that part. Grow it out.
So the problem with facial hair, because I like having facial hair, but the problem is I also have a CPAP. And the seal does not seal very well when I have facial hair.
I saw a new one, and next time I see it, I'll send it to you. Cause I think of you, and I was like, he don't really send him medical stuff. We're not old men at the nursing home. Look at this medical device. But there's some newer ones that don't do the whole alien facehugger thing.
Yep.
I think she's talking about David. We're going to assume she's talking about David. Tyra says his backside is actually the best.
I've been told that before about my backside.
You know, I knew you were going to take it. I jumped ahead of you. Is it smooth transition or no? We got. Let's do the commercial break.
Time for a commercial break.
Yeah, I don't have any music still. So but hey, go support us. We're working on some things. We're working on some things that may give us back our freedom to play license free, copyright free music. I'm trying to get motivated, as you heard. Yeah, I haven't played my drums in a couple weeks. I'm trying to get motivated to do more creative stuff, and all that notwithstanding, we want you to join us in our journey. We want to be a part of your journey. It is let's go Linktree linktr.ee/wise_n_nerdy. We'll get you to the free Discord.
Oops, wrong one.
Oh my! Was that Joseph_Ard's Linktree? Oh my Vespers!
You can actually go to wisenerdy.com/discord to get into the Discord as well.
See, you gotta brag on yourself every once in a while. We or otherwise, how we know is happening, man. That's awesome. So thanks for that.
Or you can head on over to wisenerdy.com/allowance, and that'll redirect you to our Patreon, where you can support us.
Now, don't normally parents give allowances to the kids and not the other ways around? Because we're the main head daddy-os to all the daddies, right? Or we're the daddies to the daddy-os. I forget how I and double entendre did. Anyway, normally the allowance slows down. We're changing life. It is strong masculine power to go get therapy and some help. It is strong parenting to have the kids pay you. So the allowance now goes up the chain, like we're the daddy mafia here. So wiseandnerdy.com/allowance will let you join our Patreon. You can also join for free, and one of the benefits is you get usually about half hour before the show of business talk. We talked tonight about some ideas that we're going to show in the insights of our thought processes. Sometimes talk about work that we don't necessarily talk about here, your stories and more insight to our lives and connection. And
we do have to warn you though, the before and after isn't always as family friendly as the show, the proper show. So just a caveat there.
Yeah, every once in a while, well, more often than not, it's still about the same flavor, but there's definitely some times when it's not. And so the after is a good 30 minutes as well, talking about things. So if you pay for our Patreon, you'll be supporting us in our journey to do more cons this year, to perform more places, to maybe make some of these t-shirt ideas that we've been having. And also, it'll get you that and more early access for free. If you join for free at Patreon, you get it in a newsletter format of about a month later, you'll get it. So if you really want to wait 4 weeks to hear about what we're dealing with right here now and thinking, well, you
I mean, if you want to hear us talking about Christmas at the end of January, sounds great.
So, but we'd love to have you be a part of the journey with us. And because the trajectory is heading that way, we're going to be doing a newsletter at some point, because I know we'll just ultimately end up doing a real newsletter. But at what point, who knows? But you can wager your guess for $5 a guess over at PayPal.com/bearcrawling.
Oh man!
All right. So, what's our last section of the night, sir?
Well,
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Whoa! So our January 8th question of the week is: if you could instantly master any creative skill, some examples: drawing, coding, music, etc., what would it be?
Good.
Yeah. All right. We've got several speak pipes as well. Let's go ahead. Let's see. Which order did Devo send them to me in? Because that's the order I'll play them in. All right. This one's called New Dance.
Well, I haven't been leaving many speak pipes lately. Sorry about that, guys. Been kind of busy. As you guys probably don't know, I do like to dance. My wife being a Zumba instructor,
it tracks.
Going fitting.
Yeah.
So, as a matter of fact, there may be a video of me doing the Cupid Shuffle at Dragon Con at the Cutwater dance floor there in the Hilton. But that's another day. conversation. Anyway, I want to let you know that my wife and I have been working on a new dance, and it requires the most efficient muscle memory in order to spin at the perfect RPM, and we're calling the dance the algorithm.
And the reason that was a slow pull, the reason I didn't throw my headphones, is because I also believe him. I think it's a bad dad joke just by nature of the way they live their lives.
So, and then I don't know if Devo's told you, but he's been working through the show, transcribing it for a database.
He'd asked me early on. He mentioned it again recently somewhere, but yeah, he'd asked me early on about how to. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing, but how to get like transcripts, and I pointed him to YouTube and how that works. So I knew he was working on something.
Yeah, and so he just said he ran across this and then sent it to me. So let's see what he ran into.
Proposition Joe to be a hoe.
Oh man.
I need more context on that one. I'm not even sure what the joke was. That Kurt doubled it on. I propositioned Joe to be a hoe?
That's what I said.
Play it again. Proposition Joe to be a hoe.
Oh man.
Oh
man.
Yeah, okay.
There is a date on that, so it looks like it's from May 3rd, 2024 is what the date on the speak pipe is. So if you want to see that full episode, I'm assuming that's it. But oh man.
I've never danced really a day in my life, so good on you, John.
Oh, well, you should dance more. You could dance if you wanna.
But if you don't dance, say it.
Nope. Don't want to get a copyright strike.
Come on, I got my hand right here about to hang up. Say it.
Whatever you say, colleague.
Hey, is there any more speak pipes?
Nope, there is not.
All right, so
you know what time it is?
It's not time for random trivia. All right, so this one I did pick for tonight because I can talk on this subject, I do believe. How do I stay motivated when I'm completely burned out? And before I get long-winded, if I do on it, Joe, I'd throw it to you. Do you have advice or any thoughts to give on that?
I take a nap. No, but no,
I mean, sure, yeah.
It helps. It does. No, but when you get burned out, usually it's on a specific thing. Not always. Sometimes it's just life is throwing everything at you. You just gotta mix things up. That's my best advice. Is you gotta try something new or find stuff, especially if you're getting burned out because you're overwhelmed. Find stuff to cut or take a break from. And you've got to recenter yourself because burning out it happens to everybody at some point, and you just gotta figure it out. Because at least a lot of men, their first tendency is just to shove through it, push through it, and just keep going, and that's not going to help. You're just going to burn yourself out even more. And so you gotta find something that works for you. So start trying a new hobby, reconnecting with friends, doing something a little bit different, or something just because. Just find some time for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I found there's a separate, but it's to yourself as well. But there's a newer path, because that's the path I used to take. The difference this time for me is I'm almost living my best life. I'm living my most free life that I've lived so far. I'm making my bills work. I'm not feeling stressed. I gotta do this and I got, the hustle can be two different things, right? The first time I was on the hustle, it was very much stressful, and I had exact numbers, and I pushed and I pushed and I pushed and I pushed, and it was what was needed then. This time, there's been more of a flow, and everything's been working. So I'm in what kind of took me a hot minute to get to where I needed to deal with things is I'm the most rock god I've ever been. Like legitimately, I'm getting interviews at least on consulting for podcasting. I'm absolutely getting paid to consult with ambulances now. I am back into the educational realm on a lot of fronts with EMS and tutoring and coaching. So I'm like, all these good things are happening. So it's like, well, that's not a hard thing, right? And then, again, with the live flow, we're making the bills, and I can take a day to just go, I just don't feel like doing anything today. Those days just kept piling up, and not stress about it, right? The money's there. So if you don't, normally it's what you were describing, Joe, it's piling up. You can see it. You take a break. You find a new avenue. You mix it up. What do you do when you can't see a good reason why things are not going right, right? You can't find it. And for me, it was, I didn't have the answer of why, but what kept me creative, I cannot tell you how many nights in the past 2 months or so I've been like, I don't want to do a show tonight. I just don't care. But the thing that kicked in was, again, living my most rock god life, whereas like I'm being recognized for what I'm bringing to the table. I'm getting invited to go bring more of myself to a table, that kind of thing.
So it's not just burnout at that point. It's trouble finding motivation.
Yeah, it's both, right? Yeah, and I guess probably a little depression or whatever. But there's zero motivation, zero energy. But
see, I find myself getting into that mode when I get stuck in a position where I don't see an easy way out.
Okay, that's good. Now that's a good way to put it. A position where you don't see an easy way out. Yeah.
And so when I don't see,
and you already feel overworked to
yes,
figure it out.
You feel overwhelmed. You don't see a way to push forward, and you don't see a way to make constructive energy. And so like I was feeling that after both of our cars died. And because I was like, finances are already tight. How are we going to make this work? And I was like, I was stressing something fierce. And what I did, and I still haven't found another new job, but every time I get overwhelmed, I'd go onto LinkedIn or I'd go on to Indeed and I'd apply for jobs. I'd find jobs.
You took some action to the positive.
Yeah, I found something I could do, even if it wasn't a concrete path forward, it was something. And then I started doing plasma again, and my wife picked up a bunch of piano lesson students, and so we're making it work. But yeah.
And that can drain the creativity. And what kept me going is just paying attention to the feeling, right? Not in the moment, but in the show. I know if I need to, I'll go back and watch a video to prove it to myself. But I know every week I have so much fun doing both of these shows. Be Awesome Together and Wise and Nerdy. If I get invited on something, I may be like, man, I wish I had signed up for that. But I know as soon as that mic clicks on, I'm going to be excited and fun. And that's not something I feel anywhere else in my life right now. So that's a little bit of I know that's going to happen. The other thing is I always find something good in working with you and working with Tyra. So it's like hey, I've kind of done work with people I didn't want to work with this week, or I've done, man, driving Lyft is fun enough, but there's people who they wear perfumes or they don't wear perfumes. And there's just negatives to it, right? They're petty, but they're there. But this is going to be a great experience. I'm going to talk to you and have fun. I'm going to talk to Tyra and have fun. And maybe as soon as we get off there, I'm like, it might take me 30 minutes to get off the couch because I'm unmotivated to move and those kind of things. So it's finding those hooks, but also the other part of what I did was I in the good times built shows that will not get mundane, right? It's not the same thing over and over again. I cannot tell you how many Pokemon Go podcast episodes were just canceled because I just didn't feel like doing it. And I told Joe, I'm not up for it tonight. And he's like, yeah, well, it's too late to get somebody, or vice versa. Joe's like, I've got this I'm sick or fever, something, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm not doing it then. That hasn't happened with Wise and Nerdy because we built it in multiple ways to make it work, but it is fresh and new every week. You just never know. I never know what's going to happen on this show every week, and that's what I love. Same with Be Awesome Together. A lot more structured, but also just a new path every week. So that helped keep things fresh. Then the other thing I did was go, well, it will be okay. If I end up getting to the spot where I just tell Joe or Tyra, just not tonight, and I'm not for it. And actually, there was one night recently where I was out of energy, and Tyra was wiped out too, and we did call it. But for the most part, it didn't happen. But it's okay. It's okay, and that's what I allowed myself to do. And then I found a hook of something else I wanted to do. I'm not motivated to create music, which would solve my grumpiness about the show. We wouldn't care about moving off of Spotify. If I just make some music, we could play it on the show. Is how I feel about it. The book I told you about, I want to make a Choose Your Own Adventure Daddy book. I mean that. It's a great idea. It's on the burner right now. Because the drum set that I stare at every time I record my show. It's right there. But that's okay.
Yeah,
the
roll to get milk.
Roll to come back. The hook was my TikTok algorithm is great. So when I needed it, I sent him to you. I'm going to reach out, see if he'll be a guest on the show for us. I wish I remembered his TikTok handle right this second, and I don't. But there's this guy. He uses the F-bomb as punctuation.
Gratuitously.
But it's easy to get past. What'd you say, Joe? Because what he says around that is very structured and positive.
Yeah. So, if we did have him on.
Oh, yeah. No, it's going to be a rated R show.
Yeah.
And we'll see. But what I'm saying is there's sometimes when you can't get past the language. But this one was, I even noticed the language, but everything else around is like, yeah, no, that spoke to me. It spoke to me. That came across. More comedy comes across my algorithm. So I don't even understand doom scrolling because as soon as I get frustrated, I'm just off of it. But if I'm just scrolling, it's still feeding me the things that I need to recharge myself for the most part. And then the other thing is Borderlands 4 came out and I got it. I wasn't going to buy it and my son bought it for me. And it's a lot of fun. Of course I love it. I mean, I love that whole franchise. I allow myself to go like tomorrow. I've got something to do in the morning. Then I'm literally just going to go, I'm moving my Xbox into the room with the recliner, and I'm going to sit there all day and play that game. Because right now, that's what's going to make me feel happy. And because I also made sure I got my work done this week. And I did my shows. If I had to do this alone, this would be a whole different talk on how to stay motivated. Because I don't know that I could stay motivated alone. I'd have to have my friends and call them like, look, man, I'm down. Tell me something to do a video on. I need some help.
That's a good thing for burnout is depending on others.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing. Having other people to support you and buoy you up makes all the difference in the world.
I can't. I have to. Did you say boo you up?
Buoy,
like flow. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, I've heard of like cheerleaders. I've heard of cheerleaders. I've heard of like raise yourself by your bootstraps. I'm like, is this a Mormon thing? Boo you up, like boo. You're so great. Come on, boo. You suck at being depressed. You're so happy.
Listen to Random Kid. Do those drum solos. Boo.
Oh my God, it's gonna be. I might just to push myself into an area of very uncomfortableness, because with my control issue comes a performance issue, right? I want to put on my best show possible always.
You're at that age.
I am telling you. Look, I am absolutely okay with if we make a jump to a place that gets us advertising, we will do ads for Blue Chew. I do not care. Money is money, and our audience is getting there, baby. I'm just saying.
That stink face, it was great.
You idiot. But I'm essentially relearning the drums like new, not quite like new, because I can definitely hold a beat. I can definitely do some rolls and stuff. It's like, okay, cool. It's almost like riding a bike. It's like riding a bike. I could get on and ride a bike up and down my driveway. I am not going to ride that bike to the corner store because I'm not ready yet. So to put any drumming online right now, it would be shock therapy for me, honestly, is what it would be. So I might. I have this set up. I can just turn my laptop around and do a TikTok live or something. Who knows? Random kids booing me up. Joe should get a boo for that one. All right, so he's booing you up.
I've been booed.
So, and maybe that's something else. It's because in dealing with my crap, it is the person I have been forever. So in essence, I want to be a new me, a better me, right? I want to get rid of that and be a different me. So maybe that would help of just going, I'm not going to say it sucks because I hate talking bad about myself, but this is going to be amateur hour. It is not your awesome people doing awesome things on TikTok video.
You just need to toss on your boarhead helmet and just.
If I had one. Is that my Christmas present? Did you just spoil my Christmas present? I'll be okay. You can spoil it. I absolutely would wholeheartedly would wear an Inosuke head and play the drums. That'd be too cool. Which you reminded me. I got to check on something. But anyway, that's not what we call to talk about. It is time to dump out the rest of the popcorn. Put the kids to bed.
No, you don't dump out the popcorn. You eat it. Boo! Boo this man.
I believe, Joe, it is time to end this show.
Because we're all out of popcorn. We're all out of booze. So.
Follow these nerdy dads on social media. Charles at Rock God of Podcasting. Joe at Joseph_Ard. Check out the website, wiseandnerdy.com. And as always, they may not be your father, but they'll always be your daddy.
Shut up, Mike.
Charles is never out of booze.
Booze flavored popcorn coming soon from Wise and Nerdy.